The Remington rifle shook in Buck Harlan's callous grip as he gazed at the woman who'd warmed his bed for over a week. Sophia Ramirez knelt in the fresh powder snow outside his remote cabin, her dark curls tumoring over her exposed shoulders, her olive skin shimmering under the melting flakes. In her slender hands, she clutched a faded tintype of the man Buck had gunned down 4 years back. "I rode here to end you, Buck Harlan," she murmured, her voice cracking like thin ice on a frozen creek. But now, the gusts whipped through the Bitterroot Mountains, carrying echoes of old gunfights and buried regrets. Buck's thumb grazed the trigger. This stunning, lethal stranger had played him like a fiddle, exploiting his solitude, making him feel young again at 58, when he'd long since entombed his soul with the ghosts of the fallen. Yet Sophia's sobs rang true. The way her frame had quivered against his wasn't an act. And now, 5 riders thundered through the whiteout, hell-bent on burying them both. What unfolds when passion turns perilous, when history claws back with vengeance? Buck wondered if redemption was even possible in this unforgiving land. Buck had been chopping kindling when a nor'easter hit Montana territory that bitter January of 1887. 3 decades as a U.S. Marshal down in Arizona and later a bounty hunter had honed his instincts to read storms like a poker player's tellboth could spell doom if ignored. His cabin, perched 40 miles from Missoula, backed against jagged rock faces that deflected the howling blasts. Buck had sought this seclusion after too many nightmares crowded his mind. Out here, only his horses and haunting recollections kept vigil. Then came the drum of hooves slicing the gale. She materialized like a vision from delirium. A woman slumped over a bay mare's withers, her black hair lashing wildly. Her mount faltered, and she tumbled into the drifts, lifeless. Buck paused, his hard-earned wariness kicking in pretty faces often masked deadly traps. But her cheeks were frostbitten blue, her breath's shallow rasps. Blizzard or not, she'd be gone in minutes. He hauled her indoors, her attire whispering secrets. A silk blouse under a man's oilskin coat, supple riding boots no ranch hand could afford. Yet her palms showed roughened spots, hints of toil that clashed with the finery. Buck stoked the hearth, brewed tar-black coffee. While he pivoted, hazel eyes fixed on him, Irish flecks in a Latina visage, sharp as a cornered coyote. "Where am I?" Her accent hinted at New Mexico, melodic and guarded. "My place." You damn near froze solid. Buck kept space, offering the mug like a truce flag. "I'm Buck." "Sophia," she replied, their fingers brushing a spark that jolted through his grizzled veins even as she shivered. "I was heading to Helena for a job nanny for a miner's kids." His claim went bust back in Santa Fe. Lies flowed smoothly for most, but Sophia's pause flagged it. Buck noted it. Her outfit screamed wealth, her Spanish too polished for a hired hand. The tempest raged for 4 days, stranding them. Sophia pulled her weight, whipping up stew, patching gear, even helping with his small herd. She glided with effortless poise, whether flipping flapjacks or shoveling manure. And when she figured he wasn't watching, Buck caught her eyeing him with a heat that stirred his blood. "You've taken lives," she observed on the 4th evening, fire shadows dancing over the gash on his right jaw. "Some." "How many?" Buck mulled a fib. 25. Sophia dipped her head. "Any regrets?" "Every single one." The raw truth startled him, seldom voiced it. She inched nearer on the rough-hewn bench, their arms grazing. What if they earned it? Hurt folks, rob families blind, orphan kids. Her tone dripped with old wounds, colder than the drifts outside. Buck faced her silhouette. "Sounds like it hits close." Sophia's mouth tightened. "Everything does in these parts." That night, mending barn damage from the winds, they labored shoulder to shoulder. Buck stole glances at her lithe form, the arch of her back as she hammered. 40 years her senior, weathered as old leather had no right. But when her gaze locked his in the lamplight, mirroring his forbidden hunger, it rattled him deeper than his first showdown. Buck, she breathed, and the sound of his name undid him. Best turn in. Storm might lift soon. Sophia scanned his features. What if I hope it doesn't? The query lingered like gunpowder haze. Buck yanked away, but her palm seized his forearm, searing through his wool shirt. I'm done with pretense. Up close, gold specks gleamed in her eyes, and freckles dotted her bridge. Her lips parted. You don't get it. I get it fine. Her whisper dropped. Question is, you man enough to claim it? Buck Harlan had stared down Comanche raiders and border outlaws, but Sophia Ramirez scared him spitless in ways Lead never could. On the 9th night, she sat thigh to thigh, her jasmine scent fogging his thoughts. Tell me about her, Sophia urged, fingertips skimming his scar. Who? The one who carved this and the one who scarred your heart. Her caress trailed his stubble. Not the blade, the fear of loving. Buck clasped her hand. Stop. Why? Too young? Too risky? Or too wanted? The hearth popped. Wine screamed through furs. He should have retreated, but her digits laced his soft against rough, fresh against faded. There was one, he confessed. Long ago. She perished 'cause my enemies followed me home. I'm not her. Buck-eyed Sophia's defiant chin, her skin aglow. You're a wildfire. Sophia leaned in, breath heating his collar. What am I, Buck? Words failed amid her blouse, hugging her form, evoking his youth. When she kissed his next pulse, his walls shattered. Sophia. Hoarse plea. Touch me. Please. His palms claimed her hips, narrow and yielding. She was velvet flame under his hands. All he denied himself. As she straddled him, skirt hiking, Buck surrendered. Their kiss savored whiskey and yearning. Her nails raked his graying locks. He lifted her to the bunk, exploring with mouth and touch her gasps filling the timber walls like sacred music. They coupled with starved fervor, seeking absolution. Sophia yielded fully, and Buck, damn his soul, claimed it all, branding her till she shuddered, moaning his name in ecstasy. After, she nestled on his chest, mapping scars. I could linger forever. You merit more than a worn-out ex-marshal. You're unbreakable. Her hazel eyes blazed. For 9 blissful days, Buck almost bought it. Then Sophia slipped, leaving her saddlebags ajar while feeding the stock. Buck wasn't one to snoop, but survival instincts overrode courtesy. Buried under garments and bullets, a portrait of a dashing young Latino, sharing Sophia's bold jaw Diego Ramirez. Buck's veins iced. For years prior, near Tucson, Diego had been branded a horse thief by the agency. Buck cornered him. The kid was quick, but not quicker. Sophia was his kin, here for blood. She returned, flakes in her tresses. Buck held the image. Her color drained, then steeled. You figured it. Yeah. His tone flatlined. How long till you struck? Sophia barred the door against the squall. I meant to do that first night. What held you? Tears welled. You. Treated me like treasure, not a threat. Holding me like I'd vanish. She advanced, palms up. Buck, this is genuine. I love you. Love. Bitter chuckle. You barely know me. I know you nurse hurt critters, recite verses in secret. Make me feel secure like never before. Her plea fractured, ending you would ruin me. Before retort, mounts pounded the clearing. 5 gunmen encircled, weapons cocked. Pablo Herrera's bark pierced the storm. Sophia, send out Ramirez's killer, or we torch you inside. Buck snatched his rifle. Your kin caught up. Sophia gripped him. Then no kin now you are. Pablo, Diego's cousin, a viper twice as vile, had trailed through Montana's hellish winter for vendetta. 20 seconds, Sophia. Pablo yelled from cover. Then bullets fly. Buck tallied arms. Remington, Peacemaker, hidden double barrel. 5 on 2, but the cabin funneled fire lanes. They'll slaughter you if I yield, Sophia hissed, chambering his spare. Us both, anyhow. Buck windowed front. Pablo's grudge runs deep crossed him in Arizona over stolen mounts. Sophia's lips thinned. Diego wasn't thieving when you shot him. You gunned an innocent defending his spread. The accusation gut-punched Buck. Agency files swore theft, testimony stacked. But Sophia's stare-seated doubt had he been duped? Pablo. Sophia called. Your gringo butcher shot Diego cowardly in the back. Liar. Buck growled, uncertainty gnawing. Was it? The clash blurred. Diego pivoting, Buck triggering on reflex. Gun or surrender? Glass exploded. Buck countered, dropping one in the white. Sophia rear-guarded. One down. Shots riddled logs. Footfalls overhead chimney breach. Buck blasted upward. A thud plummeted, embers scattering. Pablo edged nearer. He's a hired gun. Sophia, no heart. He gave me mercy more than you. She sniped flashes. Buck aided, but agony ripped his arm. Pablo's lead. Blood-drenched, limb deadened. Sophia glimpsed his reel. Buck. Keep firing. He swapped hands. Duo charged. Sophia felled one. Buck's scattergun hurled the other airborne. Pablo window-framed, revolver leveled. Should have stayed south. Marshall. Boom chest impact floored Buck, lungs bubbling crimson. Sophia's wail raged primal. She wheeled, levering rounds into Pablo, till empty, tears cascading. Buck. He wheezed. She knelt, staunching. Don't quit on minute now. Buck grinned faintly. Square now. Ow. Your brother. Hat not iron. Killed wrong. Vision faded. Forgive. Sophia kissed his brow. I do. Diego would too hated this path. For 7 weeks, Sophia tended Buck from the brink. Bandaging, spooning soup, soothing delirium screams of phantoms. Strength crept back, but so did the harsh truth. He was ancient, hazardous, and fractured for her bloom. The dawn he stood unaided, he decreed. You got a ride on. Sophia Ramirez departed Buck Harlan's world on a morn when flakes fell gently as grief. She pleaded permanence, damned the years, his repute. But Buck stood firm, heart splintering. You're 24, I'm pushing 60. What future's that? The one I crave. Yet his resolve held it wrecked enough to spare her. From the threshold, he watched her shrink into the haze. She waved once. He mirrored, then barricaded himself inside for days. 12 years rolled by. Buck traded horses for a spread near Kalispell, nightmares easing. He slumbered gun-free, aided locals with ailing stock and mended barriers. Unwed, celibate some flames sear eternal. A spring trot didn't faze him. Buck glanced from fence work to a rider alighting a chestnut gelding. She moved with known elegance, 36 now, beauty honed by trials, hazel eyes wiser. Still recall me, Buck? If this tale stirred you, drop a like and share where you're tuning in from. Hit subscribe for more frontier sagas of desire, betrayal, and healing. Till next, chase those horizons. What do you think, should Buck have let Sophia stay despite the age gap? Or was pushing her away the right call? Share your stance in the comments below, and let's debate.